This is Pilates Master Nikki. Today we're going to talk about wrong ideas. So, if I say right now to you the word elephant, what comes into your mind? The color gray, a great memory, something slow-moving and clumsy, fat and heavy, something that's noble-hearted and elegant. Not that any of these interpretations, when I say elephant, are correct or incorrect, because they all have some validity. However, it is what you interpret, it is what you focus on that you have now chosen that emotion. So it's very different for me to think of an elephant as a noble, beautiful creature with a beautiful memory. And so when I think of that word, it's an uplifting kind of experience. And someone goes, oh, you're like an elephant. And I go, really? I'm like an elephant? Oh my God, I love elephants. Instead of me getting defensive and going, what do you mean? Have I gained a little weight? I'm not the weight I was when I was 20. And am I clumsy? Am I lumbering? And taking it that way. So my interpretation of everyday things does start to affect, because my concept of things is gonna ultimately expose or limit the possibilities that are open to me. Okay, so recently I was out on a little trip and not using the Waze, and we got lost, and we went down this road that, so I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure where I am right now. I'm looking around. And I wasn't panicking. There was no reception. My app was not working. And I was, okay, let's just go down to the end of the road. Let's see what's there. We can eventually turn around. We'll find something, a sign. We'll find somebody. And so we're rolling. After 10 minutes, and I'm looking at how beautiful everything is, and gorgeous countryside. And I was smelling, the earth smelled amazing. And I look in the distance, and I see a guy out in the field. And my husband's like, oh, I'm going to just go over there and ask the guy. I was like, okay, cool, let's go. So we park the car and we walk over, and there's a guy out there, and he's in his garden, this big giant field. And I look at him and he looks at me, look at him and he looks at me. I look at him and I went, Georgia? And he went, oh my God. This is a guy I hadn't seen in over 50 freaking years. Like, I just lost contact with him. He moved, I moved. And my husband was like, who is this guy here, Georgia? I go, no, this guy's like a brother to me. He goes, oh my God, we did this and that and this and that, and his wife and da-da-da, and his kids. I hugged him, and he was like in tears, and it was like so freaking amazing. It was mind-blowing. And then him and my husband hit it off, and they had so much in common, and it was like, I found this guy that I hadn't seen, that there was no way of finding him. It's not like, this guy did Facebook or any of that crap. And it just reinforced my idea of, you need to take a situation like, okay, you're lost. You can freak the fuck out and get all nasty and screaming. Or you can say, let me see where this is taking me. So let's say that you have a plan like, I want that job. And you're not getting that job for whatever reason. And you end up getting a different job, or you get a different apartment, or the car that you wanted, you don't get the color. But let's explore the reason of why that happened. And I expect something good to come from this abrupt change of something that I planned. I demand something beautiful to come out of my flat tire, or to come out of me not having the perfect documentation when I'm moving to another country, which in fact did result in me meeting my current husband. And so, yes, I insist on the glass always being half full. Yeah, I get angry, I lose my temper, I throw shit around, but then I regroup and I say, okay, what surprise is in store for me that has taken me down this road? And I find that I live my life as an adventure, and I'm much happier. I'm less stressed out. I feel good when I wake up in the morning, like, what is today going to bring me? And I have more energy, I have more courage and more joy. This is Pilates Master Nikki, and I demand that you find joy and love every second, every day of your life. I'll see you in class.